Hey everybody, welcome back. I am showing you how to assemble layout 3 from my Nest of Winter scrapbooking workshop. These scrapbooking workshops, the digital files for these, which will show you tell you what you need to get. It will show you how to cut the paper, how to do the digital cuts on the Cricut, as well as how to assemble each of the pages with a diagram and a sample picture in there for you. There'll be a link to my blog post, which has more information on this with this YouTube video, and I hope you guys like it. This is the assembly for layout 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of put aside a couple of the pieces. I'm going to work on the left-hand page first, and I'm putting aside my pieces, and I'm going to pull over all of the pieces. So these are all the pieces I need for layout 3, and I added some foam adhesive behind my photo to make it a focal photo. And what I'm going to do before I completely start doing this is I did some kind of dovetailing on these little banner pieces. So I'm going to show you a tip I learned to dovetail. The best way to do it is to go up from the center with your scissors and then come in from the corner, each of the corners, to that center cut, and that gives you a much nicer, cleaner dovetail cut. So I'm just going to put that aside, move those out of the way. So we're going to start with adhering my large mat piece to my base, which is crumb cake. And I put this is centered. It's about, right about there. Then my next piece is going to be this kind of this is going to go slightly centered about a half inch or so in from that side. And then my birds, and he goes just about here. But again, I'm kind of centering this. And then my birch bark. I love birch trees. That's one of my favorite types of trees, and that goes right up against my birds. So there's the basics. Now I'm going to adhere my photo mat and with a photo placeholder, and the photo placeholder is only adhered by, if you guys can see, just a tiny bit of tape on the back. So if I need to remove it when I put an actual photo on, I can, or I can just use it as a kind of a double mat. So that is going to go roughly here, and I made sure not to put adhesive all the way up to this side because I am going to take these banner strips and tuck them behind. So let's get this. And one thing I do sometimes with the dovetails is I will put a little bit of dimensional adhesive behind here to just kind of raise up the ends of the dovetail pieces. So that is about there. And then get my green pattern. Give it a little bit away. And then my kind of bird prints, tuck that in there. And then I'm going to add my all bundled up title. All the titles for this workshop were cut on my Cricut. I chose 2 fonts. I found a script font, which I liked, which I include a link to, which is free to download. And then I used the Cricut Sans, just the common Cricut Sans one. I'm going to actually put that up a little bit. There's that. Then I've got my birds. Again, as I explained before, these birds were stamped. These are from the Nest of Winter stamp set, and I stamped these in Tuxedo Black Memento ink and then colored them in with the Stampin' Blends markers to kind of flow with the colors on each of the layouts. So I did them for each layout. And then I'm going to tuck some die cut branches behind my birds. I kind of like the look of the die cut branches on this. Just added a little bit of something to it. A little bit of extra color. And then I'm using the cherry cobbler and pearls. So I'm actually running out, and I do have some coming in, but I'm going to just add a couple on here. Oops, it doesn't want to cooperate with me today. I add usually three to a page. And so since I'm running out, I am going to just I'll do 3 on this page, but you know, you'll kind of get the idea. So that is the left-hand page for this. I'm going to put this aside. Right-hand page will be as easy. So I've already got my photos matted. Now this mat fits 4 3x4 photos. What I did is I decided to use a 3x4 for instead of a photo. I did it as a journaling card. So if you have more photos and you want to do that, this is, you know, the place where you could definitely put another photo. And I've already dovetailed my pieces, so I'm going to pull off all of my pieces, put them to the side. And as I did with the left-hand side, I'm starting with my large mat in the background. Center this. There we go. And about there. And my birch bark. Line that up. That side. And you could dovetail these pieces, especially this bottom piece here. Okay, and this guy is kind of centered on this block, just a little bit offset. And then I'm going to add my banners. Oops, I have to dovetail him. I realized I had not done that. So that one. So that's why I sometimes I don't go all the way up to the edges with my adhesive so that I can tuck elements behind it. And like I showed you before, we're going to cut just up the center a little bit and then in from each side, each corner to it. And there's my dovetailed banner, and I'm going to stick him behind there. And then I'm going to add and I did use dimensionals with my birds when I adhere them. And I'm going to just put one of these red dots on here for now. Oops. But I plan on putting more when I get my order in to here, but I wanted to make sure I get these layouts to you as soon as possible. But oh, I almost forgot. I got to put my branches behind my bird. And I put 3 of each color branch on the layout. So 2 brown and a green on this side, and 2 green and a brown on the other side. So this is layout 3 from my Nests of Winter scrapbook workshop. I hope you guys enjoy it, and keep your eye out for the other videos of this series. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.